going on, everybody? Brandon with Strict Vision Athletics here with our product of the week. Today, you guys, I'm going to be reviewing the egg weights. So I like these things. I first heard about these on Rogan's podcast. He has a lot of really cool miscellaneous pieces of fitness equipment, and this was one that he, that they were using as marketing pretty hard when he mentioned them on his podcast. And as always, he was right. These things were really great, you guys. I have started to add these to my aerobic conditioning to add a certain level of upper body resistance. And I gotta say, you take something like a 150 meter sprint on the Assault Air Runner and you take these and put them in there, you don't even have to go more than 30 seconds and you will notice a difference in what you are doing if you are wearing these. The way they work, they go in intervals of, I think they go half pound intervals. So they start at half pound. So let's see, that's the, little tiny one. Half pound, then they go to 1 pound, and then they go to 1.5 pounds. And 1.5 pounds is typically what I use. They slide over your middle finger and they go right here in the palm of your hand, and they fit really nicely. And originally I think they were designed actually for boxing, for like shadow boxing and stuff, if you just wanted to do that. And what I actually like to do on the topic of shadow boxing, I like to use these for my warm-up when I do shoulders or anything upper body. I will take these and sometimes I'll just go through range of motion. Like if I'm gonna do a lot of overhead press, I'll just take it through some Arnold press. I'll go through it kind of aerobically, kind of really move it, get things going. And I find that it adds a certain level of really low impact if you wanna do it as a warm-up. And even if you wanna do it as a workout, you're still gonna really, really feel that even just wearing these and talking expressively with my hands, you notice the difference. Because even at 1.5 pounds, you're gonna feel how this changes the resistance on your hands. So yeah, I really like these. And there is a lot you can do with them. That is the other thing. Anything that you are doing that is aerobic in nature, put these in your hands, boom, it's more difficult. So it's a really, really cool piece of equipment. Also, you can't really ignore the fact that they are really small, and you can pretty much do anything with them as far as storage. So let's go to the drawing board. As you guys know, we rate the products based on price, usage, footprint, and customer service. Each one of these has its own little category that we like to score. Let's start with the price. These are gonna range from about 25 to 35 bucks per pair. You can get them in bulk like this. This is the egg weight, a half pound through 1.5 pound kit. And you can get this one for, I think it's like 100 to 120 bucks. I'm gonna have to actually verify that last piece because I know how much they are individually, but I couldn't find this package deal. But either way, that's a really, really good price for something that is as versatile as these are. And you don't need a gym. You don't need to be training. You can take these anywhere. You can run out on the canal with these, and these will do their job no matter where you're at. They're great as far as pricing. That's really, really good for something that has as much versatility as these do. I think I'm gonna give it an 8. I feel like they're really durable. They're made out of these like stainless steel domes that I've dropped them probably 2-3 dozen times. Nothing happens to them, and they have a lot of really good wear and tear. I've had them for about 2.5 months now, and I've been wearing them 2-3 times a week. Haven't had anything negative happen really whatsoever. So yeah, I would give the price an 8. That's really good for what you're getting. Usage, these bad boys are actually gonna score pretty darn high on usage as well, because like I mentioned, you can do just about anything with these. Anything where you were previously doing something for an aerobic workout, these are gonna add resistance to. So that encompasses just about any body weight movement, burpees, sprints, anything running related. These guys are great. So I would give usage, I'd give usage an 8 as well. Seems like these guys are really, really versatile, and there's not really a limit on what you can do with them. I'm sure there are tons of ideas that I haven't even thought of that these guys could serve a purpose. Also, for, like I mentioned, for warming up. For warming up, if you're doing something upper body related, or you just want to get your heart rate up and elevate in one set spot, these guys do that as well. So yeah, usage is an 8. That's pretty darn high. Footprint. footprint is also going to be a really high score because these guys are tiny. You can put this thing anywhere. You could put it in a drawer if you wanted to. You could take this with you to the gym, leave it in your car. I'd give this an 8. You know what? No, I'm going to give this a 9. I'm going to give this a 9 for the footprint. That's a really, really high score. But when looking at the footprint category, I like to think of it as where exactly can I take this and where can I store it in relation to what does it do? Because if this gets a high score on a footprint and you compare this to something else, like the Transformer bar, that's another one I gave a really, really good footprint review. It's not as good as this because this is even smaller, but in relation to that, that does so many things and it's stored in one spot. This does so many different things and it's stored in one spot. It's higher because it is smaller than the Transformer bar. But that's just an example. I don't know where I ran with that tangent. But 9. 9 is the highest footprint score I think I've ever given anything. So yeah, these guys are great and they can go anywhere. Customer service. So this one is actually not bad either. I had a shipping mishap that, my fault, not theirs. Basically had the item shipped to the wrong address. I contacted them, told them what happened, and they pretty much just like sent me out a second kit. And I don't know what happened to the first kit. I assume they got it back, but they didn't really seem too concerned about that. They just wanted to make sure that I got it. So that was really well done on their part. Something like that for anybody who's running a fitness equipment company or somebody who's, you know, dealing with customers. That's really what guys like me look for. I mean, when you're buying equipment from these big high-end companies that are selling outrageously expensive stuff, you want to make sure that you're always, you know, taken care of. You want to make sure that it feels like they care whether or not you get your item and whether you get it on time and all of the above. I'd give this as a 7. As a 7 for customer service, it's a solid score. They did a great job and they got a great product. So altogether, that brings the average of this to an 8, an 8.0. That's a really high score for the egg weights. I really recommend getting these, you guys. And it doesn't really matter who you are or what you're doing. You can benefit from these. Anybody who is training in any capacity should have these. I really recommend them. Yeah, guys, that's it for this review. If you guys have any questions, as always, you can send me a DM. Please subscribe and let me know if there's anything I didn't cover or what you guys would like to see in the next product review.